Okay, so example 2, copy the angle A. First of all, it says mark point X and use a straight edge to draw a ray with endpoint X. So if you just come over here somewhere, call that point X, and I want to draw a ray. So if you look at angle A, I don't have the lines or the arrows here, but there's an arrow there and an arrow there and a point here. So if you just imagine just a normal angle, an angle has a vertex point and then has one side is a ray and the other side is a ray. Our task to copy an angle is to draw a ray. Then we have to get another ray the exact same angular measure away from that first ray. So again, it doesn't have to go the same direction. So let me just point this out. So suppose I have my ruler here, all right, and let's say I want my angle to go this way. It doesn't matter what way my angle goes, is my point. So I want to draw a ray off of X, so I'm going to go like so. Then I'm going to connect, or I'm going to put an arrow on the end of it. Okay. As long as that's about the same length as that, it's again, this is kind of, you're going to be picking some measurements yourself. So if you make it really, really short, it's hard to do. So just give it a little bit of length is all I'm saying. Okay, we're going to hang on to that for a moment. Put it down here. All right. Now, it wants you to place the compass point at point A and draw an arc that intersects both rays of angle A, and we want to label those intersection points B and C. So, I'm going to place my compass point right on A, like so. I want to open it up to some specific radius, or some just generic radius, really. Anything will do. It doesn't matter where you put it. Just don't change your mind. All right. So, I'm going to put mine right there. Okay, and I'm going to draw an arc that intersects both rays that make angle A. I'm going to identify this point up here as B, and this point down here is C, or vice versa. It doesn't matter which one's which. Again, I'm labeling things with names so that I can refer to them in the directions. So whatever you call them doesn't matter. All right? Now, again, I've created a circular arc here with a specific radius, and again, it didn't matter what that radius is, but now that I've used that radius, I don't want to change it. So I'm going to pick my compass up, holding it by the point only. I'm going to come over here to point X, and I would like to draw an arc around like so. And I do necessarily want to cross this ray that I've already done. I want to go far enough around to make it at least as big as this arc here. Okay. Looking at this angle, it's an acute angle, right? So kind of visualize, that's what we want to have happening there. Okay, and I want to mark the point of intersection of the arc and the ray that I have as point Y. Okay, now, once we've done that, next thing I want to do is I want to measure BC. Anytime I'm measuring with the compass. I'm going to take my compass over here. I'm going to open it up. See how it's the same radius? It's not quite the same. So I have to open it up just a little bit more. I want to measure the distance from B to C. And I want to put an arc there to show that I've done that measurement. That's not quite good enough. Let me try again. I'm limited by the technology I'm using here, so mine's going to be off a little bit. You guys should be like dead on perfect with your compass at your desk. That's the best I can do. I missed it by a little bit. Like over here a little bit instead of right on top of it. So, whatever measurement that is, we're going to pick up that same radius, come over to Y, and do the same thing. So, I'm going to draw an arc over here that intersects the other arc. And we're going to call that point of intersection Z. And then we simply have to draw ray XZ. So I'm going to put my ruler back down, my straight edge, whatever implement you're using. Again, we're not using this for measurement purposes, we're drawing straight lines. And I'm going to draw XZ like so. Yeah, mine's not perfect, obviously, because I couldn't get that perfectly right, but just to show you, it's kind of close. Get my protractor out here. This angle is a 70-degree angle. This is probably going to be about a 66-degree angle. So just that little discrepancy there caused me to be a little bit less. If you got a protractor on yours with that nice tight compass that you have, it should be pretty close to exactly the same angle measure.